Toby Heard. I'm the coordinator for Automotive Technology here on the Wiregrass Valdosta campus.
I'm Nicole West. I'm the Executive Director of Workforce Development at Wiregrass Georgia Technical College.
Well, I'm responsible for the shop setup, the tooling, all the curriculum that I teach for the school, the students, activities, the conduct, everything. Anything that has to do with the students, I'm here, and that's part of my job.
My main role at the college is to oversee our registered apprenticeship program. It did not take me long to realize that the best thing for me to be able to sell apprenticeships to our local employers was for me to take the subject matter experts with me, which is our faculty here at the college. And so I always make a point to take our faculty with me when I meet with employers. They know the subject matter and they make me look better, they make the apprenticeship look better, and I kind of come with the paperwork and explain how oftentimes these apprenticeships are happening naturally anyway, especially if a local employer hires one of our students before they've graduated. That is essentially what an apprenticeship is one of our students learning the fundamentals here at the college from our instructors, and then the employer is able to show them how to apply those fundamentals every day in a way that applies directly to the business and the employer and what would most benefit that employer.
The students on the apprenticeship programs, they really blossom because they actually get to learn from me and from the dealership or the shop that they're working for. They send them to trainings as well. So they get best of both worlds, training on both sides when they get into the apprenticeship program, which is very beneficial for them.
Originally, I was approached by an employee of Pete's Auto Shop about an apprenticeship. He was a veteran employee, and he saw a real opportunity to pass on valuable knowledge to newer mechanics, especially those who were interested in working on foreign vehicles, which is what Pete's Auto Shop specializes in. And that's when I met Tiger, who is the owner.
So, the foundation that Toby and, the technical college provides allows these guys just to come in and go to work.
Toby came back and told Nick about the opportunity, and Nick got in touch with Tiger, and it wasn't long at all before Tiger called me and he said, okay, I've hired Nick. Is there some kind of paperwork I need to sign? How do we get this going?
So the foundation is wonderful. We've been blessed with quite a group in multiple ways, but they have just come in and really achieved. We all have an opportunity, and the kids that take advantage of that opportunity, Nick was that kid. He just came right in, did the job, very smart, work on time.
Getting them into the workforce before they even get through with their training at the college is really life-changing for them.
The first few communications with Tiger and Pete's Auto, getting Nick signed as an apprentice and then Matt, for the most part, everything up until August 30th of 2023 had been very professional and very businesslike. But on August 30th of 2023, Hurricane Idalia made landfall in Florida, and the storm came through Valdosta as a Category 1 hurricane, and there was pretty significant damage here in Valdosta. Even for me personally, I lost eight or nine trees, and a tree fell on my house. And so there was a lot of damage, and that afternoon I had family in town, and my phone rang, and I looked down, and it was Tiger from Pete's Auto. And I'll be honest, originally I looked at it and I said, how tone deaf is this guy calling me today? I couldn't imagine what he needed from me, but something made me answer the phone, and it was clear immediately that this was not a business call. And he asked me if I'd heard about Nick, and I told him I wasn't sure what he was talking about. And that's the moment that he told me that Nick, being a good Samaritan, was driving down one of the busier roads here in Valdosta, and noticed a tree that had fallen in the road blocking traffic and some gentlemen trying to move it, and like a good human, he stopped to offer his help, and in the process of them trying to remove the tree, another tree fell and struck him and the other gentleman. And Nick experienced severe injuries. I know many broken bones, a neck injury, a traumatic brain injury. I believe he stayed in the hospital here in Valdosta for almost a month. And then he was transferred to the Shepherd Center in Atlanta for rehabilitation. Nick actually is not a native of Valdosta. In fact, he's from an area that is much closer to Atlanta than it is to Valdosta. So I did not actually expect us to see Nick again. So you can imagine my joyous surprise in April of this year when we were told that Nick was coming back. And he was going to come back to Pete's Auto. And it was at that moment that I knew there must be a very strong relationship between Nick and Tiger and Pete's Auto. In fact, Tiger coordinated a fundraiser for him, and he, of course, invited Toby and me to attend.
Ended up doing it on the upper level of a parking garage. Nick got out of the intensive care room for the first time, sat at the end of the hallway, and, had a drone video run up there next to the window to see him. And, it was a wonderful opportunity for a community, and that happened like in 2 days.
So it's been a really beautiful relationship to see, and it's also been very inspiring to see Nick overcome such adversity and with his injuries, and to come back, and you can see him today. If you didn't know, you would never know that he had experienced those obstacles. But it's just very clear that they are a tight-knit family, and that it really shows me how strong apprenticeships can be in forming that family and that loyalty within a business.
It was really neat to see everybody coming together for such a young man, just getting fresh started in, and people that didn't even really know him will come to help. It was really beautiful. It was enlightening. But anytime you got somebody that's hurt like that, and they're young, and it really makes an impression on people. Mm-hmm. It brings out the best in people, I think.
It's allowed us to grow and be part of something that's special. I mean, see the young man come back and be loyal to Pete's Auto when there's at least 50 super good European car shops in his area paying big money, and he come back to Pete's Auto. So quite a testimony, the loyalty towards us. That's what it's about.
I feel like apprenticeships are the way to go for employers who need employees. I would encourage them to look beyond our graduates and to look closer at our students, because you're able to take students who are learning the fundamentals and show them in real time, day to day, how to apply those fundamentals in ways that are most beneficial for your own business. And you are the one who's able to help them establish habits and good work ethic on top of what Toby's already doing in the classroom. And I would encourage any employer who is thinking about it to obviously to talk to the coordinators at the college who oversee the apprenticeship program, but most especially the educators here who are teaching what these employers need. Because I know I'm biased, but I know we have the best of the best in the technical college system. We have great technical educators, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. And I think apprenticeships are a pretty easy sell for themselves. And as for apprentices, they'll get the credentials beyond what they would normally get at the college. They get it's a national credential. Once they complete the apprenticeship, they are often eligible for apprenticeship funds beyond what they would normally be eligible for at the college. In fact, at Pete's Auto, he now has 4 apprentices. He's just now establishing a 5th, but of those 4 working there, we were able to use federal grant funds to buy them supplies, very wonderful tools that they'll be able to use at the business, and that should hold up for a lifetime. I'm not sure why anyone would pass up on the opportunity to be an apprentice.
Going through the apprenticeship program will actually give you that hands-on experience. It'll start you at the base level. You can prove yourself and work your way up and prove that you know exactly what you're doing.
It's a big step in the door. It's a huge head start. Make a lot of friends, a lot of family.
I recommend an apprenticeship program just because it really gets your foot in the door for like whatever you like doing, whatever you love doing. Really helps you build a second family. But for me, especially being an apprentice as a mechanic, I have that experience, I have that knowledge. I'm lucky enough to know what I'm doing now, so I do graduate. I already have that experience and know how to work around a shop, work on cars, and not just kind of blinded. So it's definitely a good way to start.
If you're not in on this, you're really missing out. You really are. It not only benefits the shop and the industry itself, but the students, like I said, it's life-changing for them. And if they really need some quality people, that's a real good way to get it, is through an apprenticeship.
You're just blessed with an opportunity that a lot of people aren't given. So I would definitely say yes again if I could.